The development of the Dorper sheep and the improved boar goat stands out as one of the most successful long-term livestock programs in South Africa. And guess what? Kenya is also tapping into this business. According to our featured farmer, it has turned out to be one of his best ventures. A major catalyst in the development of these breeds was market and consumer resistance to the carcass quality of traditional fat-tailed and fat-ramped breeds. Today, we have a renowned Dorper farmer who will provide us with insights to the current state of this type of farming. So buckle up as we head to Nakuru County to meet the farmer. Let's go! Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much for choosing us today. And well, today we are delving into the world of sheep rearing, and not just sheep rearing. Today, it's one of the fast growing sheep, and it's hardy at the same time. So it's a blend of technology, cutting edge technology, and traditional farming. So let's get into it. Let's learn about Dorper farming. I hear it's one of the lucrative businesses across the world. So shall we get right into it? Well, let's go meet our shepherds today. Let's go. Joe.
Hi, Linda.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
You're doing an amazing job here.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
Ooh, and I see they are in all sizes.
Yes, they are. Welcome to Mifugo Falme.
Thank you.
So this is our local breeds of Dorpers, which we actually bought from Rumuruti, where we started from, with 20 of them. And then we started by buying a cross of a South African and a local. So
before we talk about the crossbreeding and the South African breed, so you started with pure local breed?
Yes, from Rumuruti, from the market, okay? Because we just wanted a flock at home. And then that is where our dream started, and then we've advanced.
So the journey started in Rumuruti, but now I'm just curious, why Dorper sheep?
First of all, Dorper, they are hardy animals. They are able to acclimatize with any weather condition. And because we are in Lare, it's a dry place. So they are able to graze on the little, and they are normally not affected by diseases. And that is why we chose Dorpers. But now, these are not pure Dorpers. They are just our local. We even don't know, when we bought the 20, we don't know where exactly or what exactly the breed was. But we had a vision. And our vision was to have pure breeds of Dorpers and as well goats.
But those are just 2 rams. Will it serve the entire flock?
From these local breeds, we've tried to upgrade them by importing a ram from South Africa, which is a T5 ram. By T5, I mean the highest breed of Dorper that exists in the world. And that classification is normally done in South Africa, because that is where the Dorper breed comes from. So we imported 2 rams, and that is which we are using to upgrade our local sheep, which are these ones that you're seeing here. Yes, so normally we are actually using one of the rams. The reason why we bought 2 is in case one is not feeling well or is exhausted. And in our calculation, 1 ram can serve at least 50 sheep. When we are serving, you will be able to see after a month, it has lost a lot of weight because that is a lot of work. But from us as a farmer, the benefits of having a pure ram is clearly visible in terms of the growth, in terms of the body weight and the feeding.
I see they're making a lot of noise. Something must be happening on the other side, yeah?
Yes, now they are being taken to feed. So there is a feed that is being put there, which is silage. In our farm, we do free range, but we try and support our animals by giving them silage and as well giving feeds as supplements to help with their growth and as well to make them be able to be resistant to any kind of health issues, which we've been able to do that because we never have any issues of health.
Joe, there are so many. How many do you have here?
We bought 20 animals from Rumuruti, which we've increased to 105 currently. But we've already been able to sell approximately like 50 animals because mainly for us, we are a breeder. So we normally sell all the kids that we've upgraded to local farmers. And from there, we don't just stop by selling to them. We again follow up with the farmers to buy meat from them that we do export.
So Joe, when you speak about the market value and all aspects around it, tell me more about the money aspect.
Yes, we export meat to the UAE. And the challenge of exporting meat is because first and foremost, there are certain requirements. They only require animals that are not more than 11 kgs, meaning that is approximately 5 to 6 months. 6 months? They are quite young, yeah? Yes, that is why they call it lamb. The reason is the meat is tender, it's very soft, and that is what they prefer in the market. Mm-hmm. So we'll speak about the market value and all aspects around it a little bit later, but tell me about the management of this sheep. Well, it's been a journey. Each and every aspect of challenges we've faced. For instance, we were buying, after buying the sheep, we also bought 20 goats, which are local. From those 20 goats, there was one that was sick. And it made all the 20, 16 of the 20 died. And we were only left with 4. Because of that one that was sick, it infected the others, and we normally had a death every single day. But with that, it was a learning lesson. We learned a lot from that. Mm-hmm. So what was the problem? Was it the breed? No, because remember I told you we bought from Rumuruti market. In the market, there are various reasons why farmers take their herd to the market to sell. So maybe one was sick. I don't want to say that the farmer knew, maybe he didn't know. But because it was sick, and this was only affecting goats, so it affected goats one by one until 16 of them died. And we were only left with 4. And these are the ones that were left, the big ones, which have already now been served by a gala that we had bought because we wanted to crossbreed with a gala. But after buying the gala, I decided no, let us venture into Boer goats, and that is why I introduced Boer goats from, again, South Africa. So it was a transition from these ones to Dorper? Yes. So then after 2 years, in July of last year, we imported 2 T5 rams from South Africa so that we can upgrade this to pure Dorper breed. Because remember I told you we are breeders. So ours is to breed and be able to sell to farmers to be able as well to upgrade their breeds.
When it comes to breeding and also helping the community and the rest of the farmers, do you train them?
For us, first and foremost, we encourage that before anyone buys, you see the breed itself, whatever you're buying, and as well you learn the management that we've done. But in farming, you never stop learning. We are not the best, we are still learning, and we even learn from our fellow farmers. The ones that we sell to, we learn from them. Because when we are buying from them, we as well want to see what they're doing. And so we even visit their farms.
How is your feeding regime? What do they eat?
They are free range, and apart from being a free range, we as well try and supplement our animals with silage made from corn and napier. And we have a stock of napier, which we've grown here, super napier, which is very high in protein content. We as well give our animals feeds that contain maize germ and soya, which I will show you, all the feeds that we give. We also give lactating animals a combination of maize germ and sunflower to help them produce more milk. Because remember, these are meat animals, but the kids need milk. So that is why we help them with sunflower, which helps. And for the kids, we give them maize germ and soya.
I've seen the local breed, and I would love to see the pure breeds now.
I was waiting when you will ask that.
Let's go.
Let's go, I'll show you. Now here is where we have pure Dorper breeds from South Africa.
So beautiful, but very short.
Yes, they are short. They have muscle.
The stamina. And now these are the pure breeds. Introduce me to pure breed Dorper.
As I mentioned, Dorpers are known for meat.
Yes.
So you want that body to have all the meat content. That all these animals have been imported from South Africa. They are all pregnant.
All of them are pregnant?
All of them, and you've seen they've already started giving birth.
Whoa.
It was very intentional. Why? Because you're able to take care of the kids at the same time in terms of vaccination, in terms of feeding, and our kids are always bought in advance. Like these ones, they are all booked. So that is why we normally want them to breed at the same time so that we also meet our market. The gestation period of sheep and goats normally is 5 months. So in a year, they give birth twice.
Today we're focusing on Dorper sheep rearing, and right here there's a lot of activity happening, and quite frankly I feel like I'm in South Africa. What's happening here is that we have all the pure breeds. Mentioned are the goats, are the boas, as well as Dorper. We have them right here. So Joe, tell us more about this. So much activity happening. Tell me what is happening right there.
What he's doing is doing foot trimming, because you see it's a wet season. It's a rainy season, and during a rainy season, these animals are normally affected or have something that we call foot rot. So for us to prevent that, we normally trim. In human language is mani-pedi.
So tell me now about these pure breeds, because we have the boas, as well, the goat boas, as well as Dorper. And why did you mix them together?
Here at Mifugo Falme, we harmonize both sheep and goats. And remember I told you that we have the highest breed of Dorper, which is a T5 ram, a type 5. So these two are the rams that we are using to breed, to upgrade our locals and as well to serve the pure breeds. These are imported from South Africa. And if you notice, you will see each one has a metal tag. And the metal tag has a number. If you use that number in South African records, it will give you the entire history of this animal. And this animal weighs approximately 180 kgs now after servicing the other flock.
That's a lot of kgs, yeah? But now how do you ensure to maintain this weight and also to perform optimally?
After they've finished servicing season, or what we call a breeding season, where we put the ram with the ewes. So now we remove the ram for it to be fed. So that is where we feed with supplements for it to regain, because it has lost a lot of weight. It has consumed a lot of time following the ewes. So we put them into a regime of feeding.
And now how long does the breeding take?
For us, we keep the animals for 8 years. 8 years is when an animal can be productive, and especially sheep and goats. And that is where now I introduce you to the Boer goats, where we have these goats, and the Mandela is the ram. And the best thing of these goats, first, is they clear bushes. That is why we do goats here. Instead of paying people to clear any bush, goats are grazers, and they can clear the bush for you.
So for all of them?
All of them. All of them that have come, all of them have given birth to twins.
So it's genetics, or you induce it so that it can get twins?
That is their genetics. That is just how they are. They're very high in, their reproductive system is very high. And as a farmer, it means more profit to you. So that is why we have the Boer goats.
So I'm just looking at these pure breeds and what you're feeding them with. How is the cost of maintenance?
The maintenance cost of these animals mostly is preventive, because you don't want them to be sick. So we do vaccinations. We have a regime or a system that we use for vaccination. When the kids are born, first of all, when the mothers are pregnant, when they are due, we vaccinate them so that they can transfer the immunity to the kids. And then every month we do vaccinate them. But again, we don't want them to depend only on vaccination. So we spread them across. And the feeding is easy, because once you have, like for us is free range, you only supplement. That is where you will supplement with a little corn, with a little barley, with a little sun, so that you have the animals gaining all the vitamins and proteins that they require.
Just looking at your feeding regime, you've mentioned barley, lucerne, and many others. And can a farmer who's local in a village somewhere who wants to venture into this, can they have this and manage to breed this?
It doesn't mean because we are giving lucerne, you have to give lucerne. These animals can free range. The only thing you can do is to have mineral salt. You make sure that you have, they get the mineral, which happens to all animals. But for you to be able to have big kids that grow fast, and you're able to sell them at a younger age, is when you need to supplement. But you can start small, and then you grow pole-pole.
I see there's wool, and there are many other products that you can get from these animals, Dorper as well as the Boers. Have you tapped into that as well?
Yes, it's good on meat. The meat is very tender. You will actually taste some Dorper meat today.
That's the favorite part of the show, by the way. I truly love eating. But then, tell me about the market dynamics involved when you're rearing these animals.
For us, we are breeders. We only sell breeds to farmers. And the reason as to why we are doing this is to cut the journey of people going to South Africa. Because it's not easy to go to South Africa. One of the animals, like the T5 rams, is now approximately 250,000 Kenya shillings. And the ewe is, or even the does, which are the female of the goats, is now roughly 140,000 Kenya shillings. So it's not easy. But now for us, we've established a market whereby we are selling the young ones when we've weaned them, which is at the age of 3 months.
So do you mean if I place an order today, I'll have to wait until one of them gets pregnant again?
You'll have to wait until end of this year for you to be able to get an animal that we can give you, because all the ones that are pregnant have already been booked.
So it's a lucrative business.
It is. I wouldn't lie. Yes, it has a lot of work that you will input, but the market is there because we have people who want to crossbreed with the locals so that you're able to add the weight. And that is largely our biggest market.
So when it comes to pricing, are the rams and ewes same price?
Now for us, we are selling them at the same price. Any one that is 3 months, at 3 months of age, each is 50,000. And the reason as to why we are not separating the amount of the cost is because to rear each is the same. When they are young, for them to reach 3 months, we are rearing at the same pace. So that is why we've put a standard price of 50,000.
So how old is that one that you're holding?
Now this one was born yesterday. And as you see, they are twins. So these were born yesterday. And now they are already standing. So it's something, and farming is therapeutic. When you're holding these animals, and even some people are buying them as pets.
Basically, you have to keep the environment clean, and also the house has to be proper ventilated. There are so many diseases that affects the Dorper, but basically the common diseases is actually foot and mouth. Foot and mouth is more prone to this area, and we normally advise our farmers to vaccinate their animals against foot and mouth.
This is one of farming activities that we want to encourage and support our farmers to be able to access nutritious food, of course, considering it doesn't take long to mature. And you also find the milk from the goats are actually nutritious, they're highly nutritious, they are good. And even the meat from these two livestock types, the goats and the sheep, you realize that they don't get sick, and that makes it fit actually for consumption. We want to give our farmers subsidized AI services, and this is one of the areas, our focus, so that we can give our farmers improved breeds across all the value chains.
Oof, let's see.
How does it taste?
It's very tender.
That's a Dorper milk.
Some more. You didn't tell me it's so tender,
yes,
and so sweet.
And it's also juicy.
And it's also so juicy. But
and because of the minerals that we give,
yes,
you're feeling that saltiness.
Yes.
The herbs that they eat. They blend in together.
It is really nice.
Yeah?
No, I appreciate your job.
Thank you.
You're doing an amazing job. Ooh, top tier. Top tier. Thank you so much. And thank you for preparing this meal.
You're most welcome.
For us and my team.
Anytime.
Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Wow. Hey, And thank you for being part of this show. I don't know whether you can see me because we are still in the fire and we are trying out this Dorper meat. It is extremely sweet, but aside from the sweetness of the meat from the Dorper, have you heard about the manufacture of Dorper? How much it goes, how much they can sell, even from as little as 18 weeks or even 3 weeks or 3 months. Have you heard about the pricing model? Well, this is a venture that you can try as well, and it's truly lucrative. Thank you so much for joining us today. Until next Sunday, that has been Dorper Sheep Rearing. Cheers.